Okay. Hello everyone. I'm with. Go ahead, bro. Tell me your name.
With Kaneki the GOAT, or you can call me Toshiro if you want to.
Yep. And I wanted to do a podcast with you. I've been wanting to do a podcast with him for like a while, but you know how life is. And yeah, I just wanted to like elaborate on like things that I think you people may or may not know, but these are kind of common things that I feel people know, but if you don't know, I mean, it's whatever. Uh, well, I'm just gonna start off. Is there anything you want to say to start off, bro?
No, you can go ahead and start.
Okay. Well, you know, in this life we have, you're born, and you're born under a random family. You're born under. You take on whatever appearance that's already determined, and whether you like it or not, you have to deal with it. You have to deal with your parents. You have to deal with whatever parents you get. You have to deal with people forcing you all the time to do things, like your parents, like the government forcing you to go to school, or making your parents go to school. You have to deal with, yeah, just so many things that like suck. Like you're a slave to yourself, because you have to always feed yourself. And you could be saying, "Oh, well, what you want to starve?" Well, no, it's not that. It's not that I want to starve, or whatever. It's just that like having to feed yourself all the time sometimes feel like a hassle, bro. Like, I'm not sure if you can relate, but like sometimes, bro, like I don't even want to eat. Not sure how you feel. Like, you ever just get sick of eating, but you have to eat anyway because you're hungry. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I understand what you mean. Sometimes you want to eat more, and then you're like, oh my gosh, I feel this hunger just coming inside me, man. Pause.
Yeah. Not only that, but like, you ever eat and then you have to immediately use the bathroom, and you're like, bro, I was just hungry not to use the bathroom. Like, what did I eat for? Or like, you know, you have to deal with all these things that like your body has to do, like going to the bathroom, going to sleep. And not that like those things like suck a lot, but like just imagine not having to deal with those things, bro. Like, just imagine, you could stay awake for how long as you wanted, and you didn't have to like sleep or have to eat. Not to like sound like creepy or weird, but like, I'm just trying to imagine, like, a life like that, bro. Like, don't you think that would be nice sometimes?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Okay. Can you like try to talk more? Not to be like weird or anything, but like, can you try to like talk more? Because like, I'm trying to like get as many facts as out there. Like, I mean, you could tell, like, you could say anything about like what you think is like unpleasant about this life, or just things that like we were talking about earlier.
I have one thing that is unpleasant about it, if I can share or elaborate on it.
Go ahead, bro. I'm just trying to have it be more intriguing and interesting.
Yeah, one thing that's always like an annoyance to my life is the parents that want to force their beliefs or their like ideologies onto you.
Yeah. So like,
It's just
you can keep going.
yeah, it's one of the weirdest things. Like, say for example, you want to get your job, 9 to 5 job, you want to work hard as you can, you want to get this bills and everything. But the parents are like, no, you have to go to a university. You have to go to Harvard. You gotta become a doctor. You gotta have a good career. Not knowing that, one, how expensive college is. Number two, if it's even worth it, if you're even gonna get halfway there. And three, how do we know that what they're teaching you is even right?
Yeah, like I was saying, like, we're just constantly forced to do things all the time, and it's just like sometimes, like, you ever think about it, but like, you know, they say this is your life, but you ever think about it like you ever think about it like dude, if this is my life, why can't I do what I want? Why do I have to have people force me to do stuff all the time? It's not like your parents are holding a gun to your face and like, or
True, they're not.
yeah, they're not holding a gun
It
to your
just it feels like it kind of feels like that metaphorically because the way they're pushing you to do it. It's like you better go now, go now, go now. It's like just give me some time. Goodness gracious, I can't. I'm not the Flash. I can't just zip right over there and boom, everything's work out. Like it takes time.
Yeah, it does, and then like college is nice, but it's also overrated because like you can go into depth, and not only can you go into depth, you know typically what happens is people that go to college like they have to deal with like working and college at the same time, and you could be saying, oh, that's not a big deal, that's not the issue. But having to deal with that like every day, it like it racks up on your like your mental health, bro. Like mental health is so important, but like they don't really give a shit about it, bro. They just like people all the time act like you can't have feelings that are fucking sorry to curse, that are expected to have when you're under all this pressure, man. Like
Yeah, I understand. I understand how that is. You being forced, you can't do what you want, and then you feel like, oh, I really can't do what I want, and then it gets depressing, man. You feel like you're failing almost.
yeah, and it's just like, dude, like we didn't ask for this life, man. Like, and we had to go through all of this, and like, what's the alternative, bro? To kill ourselves, and then like, if you like, fucking, even if you like try to kill yourself, not to promote like suicide or self harm or anything. Even if you try to kill yourself, like you could survive it, and you end up fucking worse, and you end up with worse than you were, and you're still fucking alive, and not just that, but then people will say stuff like, "Oh, just kill yourself if you don't like it, just kill yourself." And then you kill yourself. You end up killing yourself. Not that to promote that or anything. You end up killing yourself, and they'll be like, "Oh, he was such a nice person. Oh, why did he kill himself?" And when you're fucking alive, like, you know, there's none of that. None people don't. People act like you don't exist when you're alive, man. And then when you're dead, like all these comments come on the way, like, oh, they were such a nice person, and when they weren't even there for them.
Yeah, it's just fucking crazy. They don't really care about you until you're dead, man.
Yeah, that reminds me of like something that I went through. Not that I went through, but like something that my parents were going through. Well, a family member died, whatever. And to long story short, my stepdad was talking to my grandma, and I don't really want to talk about like family matters. I don't really like to talk about that much. But she, my stepdad was saying, fuck, what was it? My grandma was saying to my stepmom that how she misses her son, and then my stepdad says, "Oh, I'm your son too," and then she says, "Oh, but you're alive and he's not." And he was like telling me about it. He was like, "Yo, like she's saying that I'm not uh she doesn't suffer for me because I'm alive. She suffers for him because he's dead." You know, what the hell?
That
That's
doesn't sound all too pleasant.
No, bro. That's depressing, bro. That's depressing as all living hell itself, bro. That's like, that goes like really deep, because when you think about it, it's like you're fucking alive, bro. But then
Nobody gives a shit about you.
Yeah, and then like you're dead, and then people give a shit about you for like a little bit, but like it's only just because you're trending. Like it's like a fucking song, bro, a fucking or video game that's trending for a little bit, and people play it for a little bit, and then like once they've seen it, like they just don't care about it anymore.
Nope, they do not.
But at the end of the day, bro, like the message that I want to put out there, or even to you, man, that at the end of the day, bro, like we can't really do anything, bro. At the end of the day, like the only alternative, bro, at the end of the day, is to just what's it called? Just cope with things. Like not to make it sound like it's that easy, but like what can you
Try to have like a positive outlook on life. Like try to have like an optimistic and positive mindset. Try not to think too much of it, and be like, oh yep, this is just fate. You know, doing its thing. This is just Mother Nature in the course of things.
Not only that, but it's like you can't really do anything, man. Like even if like you want to enjoy yourself or have fun or try to relax, like it's not for long, man. It's like everything is temporary, and like you could say the same thing about like suffering or pain or life and stuff is temporary, but it feels like forever. But for me personally, like my greatest like motivation or not motivation, but like what helps me keep going forward is the fact that like if I always think about like the fact that like things will get better. Like even if they don't get better, just that little like just that little thought that things will get better, helps me get through things, even though it could be, even though it's a lie, if I'm being like brutally honest. But just to believe that, like it helps me cope with things.
Yeah, it's a very good way of coping, and it's a very like positive and healthy outlook on life. And be like, yep, I try to think positive because I'm not gonna let the darkness devour me.
Yeah. Well, I think I might end the video here, so because I don't want to make it too long, but I don't want to make it too short either. I'm trying to figure out if there's anything I want to put out there before I end
it. Okay.
Oh, that's pretty much about it. Like life is suffering, life is pain, like, but we can't do anything about it except just take it because what
As you know, I guess someone once said, life is full of anguish and tragedy, and we are merely just specks of dust wandering through the wind, wondering about our next move.
Yeah, I mean, you could die right now, bro. Like the fucking world, the world will just keep on going, man. We're nothing.
Yep, that's the truth, man.
All right, I'm going to end the video here.
All right, well, peace out, people.
Yeah.